Hi guys, welcome back. In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss about fonts in CSS. Choosing an appropriate font is very important to increase the readability of text on your web page. Yes guys, fonts play a very important role to increase the readability of your text on your web page. Font family. Generally in CSS we have 5 generic font families. Okay, the five font families are serif, sans serif, monospace, cursive and fantasy. And for each generic font family we have some sub fonts. Like for serif we have Times New Roman, Garamond, Baskerville, Georgia and Courier New. And for sans serif font family we have some sub fonts like Arial, Helvetica, Proxima, Nova, Futura and Calibri. And next for monospace we have some sub fonts. Same for the cursive also, we have some sub fonts of this cursive font family, and for fantasy font family we have some sub fonts. Okay, so let's open our VS Code and one by one define each fonts and see what is the difference between these fonts. So first take a new .html file. Okay, fonts.html, and this is our boilerplate code, and change the title here. I can say CSS fonts, and in body I am going to take one h1 element and serif text, or we can say serif font text. Define few more for the other font families also. Sans serif, and then other is monospace, and fourth one is cursive and fantasy. Okay. So these are the main 5 font family which are available to define the font. So first one is serif. So inside the serif we have some sub font. Okay, so to explain this, let's first define the class or ID we can also define. Okay, because we need to take a unique name, unique ID for each h1 element. Here we can take the ID serif text. Okay, and sans serif text and no space text and cursive text and for this fantasy text. Okay, so these are the 5 id which we are defining for our 5 h1 element. And for providing the style, here we need to take the style element. Okay, so first define the style of this. First text, it is a id, so use the hash symbol and then paste it. Copy the second one and copy the monospace id also. Cursive id and this fantasy also. Okay, so here in a style tag we are selecting the all 5 h1 element by using the id attribute. Now define the font family for all these 5 h1 tag. Okay, first save our program and run with live server. Okay, for currently the font of the all 5 h1 element is same. Okay, this is the normal fonts. Okay, we can do like this is more. This is much better. Okay, so we can show the both text, our browser and our code in one screen. Okay, so font families, to define the font we need the font family property of CSS. Font family, first is the serif. So in serif we have fonts like Times New Roman and Georgia and Courier New. So let's define the Times New Roman, Times New Roman, Times and serif. Okay, so here is one important notes, like for font family in CSS we use the font family property to specify the font of a text. Okay, we can assign multiple fonts name. So for one font family property we can assign multiple font name. If the first font is not compatible with the browser, then preference will goes to the second font and so on. So all these fonts which we are defining in our HTML, so these fonts are already available in our browser. Okay, already these fonts are installed in our browser. So suppose in browser we don't have few fonts, so what happen, the preference will goes to the second font. If second font is not available, then preference will go to the third forms. Okay, and last form should be the generic form. Okay, so generic form means our main font family name, serif. So if the both these two fonts not available in the web browser, and third place we have written the sans serif, then browser will pick the any sans serif font which are available in the browser, which are already installed or available in our browser. Okay, so this is the use case why we uh, we return the multiple font name. Note, if the font name is more than one word, it must be in quotation mark like Times New Roman. Okay, so for the font name Times New Roman, it have the 3 word. Okay, so for more than one word, we need to write the font in single quotes or double quotes. So first one is the Times New Roman and second one is the serif fonts. Okay, so open this, and when we save our code, we can see this is the already serif fonts. And for sans serif, we need to define the font family Arial, Helvetica and sans serif. Okay, so these are the sub font of the sans serif, and at the last we need to define the generic name or font family name. Okay, sans serif. Here we can see the font is changed of the second H1 text. Okay, and for third text monospace, to take the any font of the monospace like Roboto Mono or Courier. Font family yes, this for monospace we have these 2 font Courier New and Courier, and if these any of the 2 not available in your browser, then for any fonts of the monospace group the browser will choose. Okay, automatically. And now save our code. So it is not affecting, I think. Yeah, now we can see the fonts of the third H1 element is changed to monospace font. Okay, and fourth one is cursive. Font family okay, cursive, let's take any cursive font, Lucida handwriting. Now it is example of it is from the family of sans serif. Okay, so we don't want it. If we save, we can see these fonts are same. Okay, we don't want to take this, we want to take some cursive font. Okay, so here one cursive font is Lucida handwriting. You can choose this and paste here. Yes friends, so this is the cursive font. Okay, and at the last we can write cursive also. Okay, so this is the our generic font cursive. So if Lucida handwriting not installed in the browser, then any cursive font it will pick. And our third font is Fantasy. So from Fantasy we can choose any font like this one I am choosing, and font family Lucida, and okay, let's check this one, Fantasy font. No, this font is not available. Okay, so let's write the Fantasy. Yes friends, so this is the Fantasy font. Okay, this first font is not available, so remove this. Here we are choosing the generic font family name Fantasy. So these are the fonts which are available in our browser. So we can define the fonts by using the font family property of the CSS. So now next one is font style. Okay, so font style, the property is used to specify the italic text. This property have three value: normal, italic and oblique. So font style we need to define here. So instead of defining in single in all, we can define in one place. Okay, here for the h1 tag, put this here, font size, font style, font style, the three values are normal, italic and oblique. Okay, so normal, I think it is already normal. Yes, nothing change here. And second one is italic, so save this. Now you can see the text is changed to the italic. Okay, and third one is oblique. Italic and oblique are the same. Okay, you can see, let me save this. Yes, you can see there is no change because the oblique and italic are the same font style. And our third property is font weight. This property is used to specify the weight of a font. Normal and bold are the two value can be assigned. Font weight. So our third property is font weight. Normal and bold are the two value which we can define, normal and bold. Okay, font weight, so it is the h1 tag, so it is already in bold. Okay, and if we define the bold here, then you can see there is no change. Okay, no change because this is the h1 tag and h1 tag fonts is already bold font. We can change it to the normal font, normal, and save our code. Here we can see now the h1 fonts is changed into the normal font. And our fourth property is font size. This property is used to specify the font size of text. We can set the font size in pixel. Okay, so let's check this font size property also. These are the 2, Yes, let's check the font size property. Font size suppose 25 pixel. Now save our code. Yes, I think the H1 font size is already above the 25 pixel. So set is 40 pixel. Yes, now it is 40 pixel. Okay, so this is all about the fonts in CSS. Thank you for watching this video.